rest of our terrific 2K crew. Glad you decided to spend your Thursday night with us. Today's game finds the Grizzlies winding down their road trip.
And I tell you what, they're desperate for a win. They've lost a number of games in a row, and their opponent is a team they should handle, so it may be just the kind of medicine they need to get off of this losing streak.
Yeah, but on the flip side, Clark, if they don't end the streak tonight, I mean, this could be an absolute confidence crusher. They're already reeling. They really, really desperately need this win.
And courtesy of State Farm, the starting group for the Grizzlies. Mike Conley and Tony Allen in the backcourt. Randolph and Gasol are down low. And it's Prince in at the small forward. Memphis foul for the Hornets. Gordon the off guard with Aminu at the 3. Anthony Davis is out there with Robin Lopez. And it's Vasquez in at the 1 spot. Miller's checked in for Al-Farouq Aminu.
You know, you look at the Hornets, and it's still a relatively new franchise. Originally in Charlotte, that's where that team started. They've only been in the league since 1988, Kevin, and they've had a lot of success in a relatively brief tenure.
And the Grizzlies with possession here, following the score by New Orleans. And the shot is good.
That's right where they wanted to go with the ball on that.
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Explosive leap in the double ball.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless net for getting inside.
Well, you hate to be the guy asked to guard him because he's just so dominant, so quick and explosive. Tough to stay in front of.
Miller kicks to Davis, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. Back to the Hornets since their formation, 1988, as you said, Clark. They've only missed out on the playoffs 12 times. That includes the first 4 years when they were just an expansion team trying to get their legs under them.
Yep.
So, Steve, not that bad a history.
No, not bad. And they're one of the better stories you can hope for if you're an expansion team. I mean, they really were amazing in Charlotte with their attendance, their appeal to that community. And now trying to build up a franchise in New Orleans with a young star in Anthony Davis.
The Hornets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
Oaken's checked in for Tony Allen.
Yeah, saw just a little bit of daylight, went right to the rim. It's great to see the emergence of Mike Conley from Memphis. He's become a top-flight point guard in the NBA. He's the 4th pick in the draft back in 2007. He's really living up to those high expectations now.
Here is Conley. Following the basket by Anthony Davis. Conley gets the bucket.
Defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job.
The Hornets have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Yeah, Mike Conley just Clark steadily improving year after year.
Yeah, whether it's getting to the rim or becoming a better three-point shooter, excellent defensively, he just gets better and better.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Their last meeting was in New Orleans where they were unable to fight off the Hornets. Some changes for Memphis. Pippin's checked in, and it's Austin Day in for Zach Randolph. Here's Conley. They get it back. Prince, the pass to Day. Off on the layup. New Orleans in the lead. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Well, they were in foul trouble throughout that game, guys, and made things awfully hard on themselves as a result.
Yeah, it forced them to go much deeper into their rotation than they would have liked to, and that's always tough.
Conley dishes to Roten. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. As we close in on the start of the playoffs, let's see how the West is stacking up. As you look at Memphis, and of course the New Orleans Hornets, they're tied right now. The Grizzlies shooting their first free throws of the night.
Well, impressive free throw shooting as a team this season, right around that 78% mark.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
Ed Davis is checked in for Memphis. John Lure comes in for Austin Day.
Pretty impressive. 5 straight makes to start this game.
Davis setting the pick for Conley. Blocked. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession.
12 seconds.
Kicks it to Lure. Kicked away. And here's the fast break. Here's Vasquez. Vasquez has got 8 points.
Something has to change, guys. That's 10 straight points coming in the paint against this team.
Well, they got to collapse in there, and everybody's got to be conscious of it. It's a team effort in protecting the paint. Control the ball, and then everybody's got to get in there and keep the defense locked down.
Here's Lure. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And the defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
Nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. They'll take that.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Days checked in.
Well, you look at Hornets coach Monty Williams, the youngest head coach in the NBA. He was an assistant with the Blazers for 5 seasons and was a favorite with a lot of the players there. Quickly rose up the list as a candidate for a head coaching position before being hired in New Orleans back in 2010.
The Grizzlies trail by 4. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Monty Williams.
For them to be successful, Kevin, he said they have to act like, and I quote, a swarm of angry bees every time the ball gets in the post. If they don't collapse on their post threats, he knows they're in for a long game. Guys?
And thank you, Doris. And let's take a quick look at the point guards this year, racking up the most steals per game. Michael Conley is second.
And not only are these players tremendous at picking ball handlers' pockets, but as terrific point guards, they know how to clog passing lanes and come up with a lot of steals that way as well.
Absolutely. Their steals come from all over the court and in all sorts of situations. Transition, half-court set, out-of-bounds plays, in the lane. They are the NBA's most complete defenders at the one-guard spot.
Now, here is Miller. After Eric Gordon's miss, kicks to Lopez. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second break.
And now we get a chance to see how the Grizzlies are doing in the NBA rankings right now. 5th in steals, 7th in free throw percentage. And they're in the top 10 in fewest turnovers per game. And they really do emphasize taking care of the ball.
The key really to me out of all those numbers, Clark, is the steals, because that's become their identity defensively. They're a real ball-hawking team. They like to get out and put pressure on the offense, force mistakes, and when they do that, they're tough to stop in transition.
Here is Vasquez after the made shot from Zach Randolph. Hit his foot. And they're saying he hit the ball. Roger Mason has checked in for New Orleans. Here's Thomas. There's 1:38 left in the opening quarter.
Even from here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the official.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And on the year, he's shooting an average number at the line, about 73%.
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
Second chance shot. Boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
And that's why you love this guy. I mean, tremendous work on the offensive boards. It just gets you second chance points. How about the season Marc Gasol had a year ago? Guys, he was terrific. Made the All-Star team. Excellent passer at the high post. But strong. Could really go down on the block and shoot that jump hook as well.
Stolen by Thomas. Vasquez kicks to Mason. Pulls up from the corner. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Gasol's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
And guys, I watched that game. I remember thinking to myself, where's the aggressiveness defensively?
Yeah, I don't know why they played such casual D, Steve. I mean, there was no urgency, no fight, no intensity. I mean, it was just a flat night for them defensively. I mean, it was hard to watch.
2 shots for Marc Gasol, 4 years younger than his 4-time All-Star brother Pau Gasol. You know, he's entering his prime. And now he's on equal footing, I think, Mark, with his older brother.
Well, you know, he was the 48th pick back in 2007, and that's pretty strong company to be mentioned in with his brother Pau. So he's different. A bigger center. He's 7'1", 265, a little heavier, and seems to be more comfortable playing with his back to the basket.
Offensively, just hammering away at the paint.
And that's 10 straight straight points inside, too.
The open shot. Gordon steps back and trains the jump shot. Gordon's got 5 points so far. Gasol screen. Here's Bayless. Goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Got the lead just going back and forth here. We're seeing some really good basketball.
You know what, guys? I've lost track of how many times the lead has changed. I mean, it's obvious, though, it's been a good one, and neither side can pull away.
It could go. On a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Your Hornets.
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Big boost from their bench there, guys, in that first quarter. They did a nice job coming in and really giving this team a lift.
Yeah, it's a nice attribute to have. Firepower coming off the line early. That's good stuff.
So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Randolph and Gasol are down low. Garrett Bayless is out there with Tony Rote. And it's Prince in at the 3. Randolph's shot is good. Marky talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition of it.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, not even through the first half, and it's been one heck of a battle.
Well, these are the kinds of games you love. I mean, two good teams going head-to-head, an even matchup. Both sides very competitive, on their toes tonight.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Robin Lopez is checked in for Amundsen. Davis comes in for Thomas. And it's Aminu in for Miller. Here's Henry. Grizzlies with the rebound. And now the Grizzlies. Fast break. Conley leading the charge. It's stolen by Aminu. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Kicks it out to Gordon. Davis down low. He's covered by Randolph. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hornets will retain possession. And Davis is checked in for Zach Randolph. Here's Lopez. An easy 2 points on the line. Lopez has got his second basket of the game.
And for Grizzlies coach Lionel Hollins, a wealth of NBA coaching experience. 10 years as a player, 2 decades in coaching. And all of his head coaching experience has come with the Grizzlies.
Gasol, no good.
The defense was right there, just waiting, doing a nice job of anticipating that play.
Steve, every team needs tough interior defense to be successful.
Here's Conley. 26 points for him last game against New York.
Boy, he had it going offensively, just living at the line.
And for Lionel Hollins, this is his 4th full season as a head coach.
Yeah, he stepped in on an interim basis in 3 separate seasons with the Grizzlies. That's really remarkable. Going way back to their days in Vancouver. So, you know, Hollins has built up a lot of equity with his organization. He's impressed them with his stability and his focus and just how measured he is in his approach as a coach. I think one of the underrated coaches in this league.
The Hornets trail by 5. Here's Henry, over by Conley. That's good. Grizzlies have gone 4 of 6 in the field here in the second. It's stolen by Davis. Here's the feed to Lopez. To the paint. Aminu takes it up to the step.
That's what I'm talking about. That's how you do it. Find the gap in the defense and attack that rim with force.
He is so good at doing just that.
Maybe as good as anybody. Just so athletic and strong.
This all setting the pitch for Conley. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here.
Well, we've got an opportunity here to take a look at some of the numbers from Marc Gasol. 11th in blocks. You know, when he gets to the free throw line, he makes the most of it. He's ranked in the top 20 in free throw percentage.
You know, see, something else that you pointed out was that his interior defense hasn't been too shabby at all. I mean, he's got some terrific block numbers.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Pippin's checked in, and Roten subbed in for Tony Allen.
That's 5 straight hoops in the paint. What a fantastic job of attacking the rim.
Well, Steve, they're getting the looks that they want down there, so might as well keep going right at the rim. If there's no resistance, they make them pay.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Here's Amundsen checked in for Lopez. And Thomas subbed in for Davis.
Ed Davis was very slender when he came into this league out of North Carolina, but he's done a good job of adding muscle to his frame. And with that lunch pail game of his around the rim, that will serve him well. That strength will be big.
The Hornets making a switch here. Mason's checked in. The Grizzlies also making a change. Quincy Pondexter is checked in for Tayshaun Prince. The Grizzlies have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Here's Pondexter. They get it back. Here's Roten. And that is good. Roten's got his third basket of the night.
And a really poor job boxing out there, guys. A momentary lapse in concentration, I think.
You know, guys, I really like what I've seen from Ed Davis. He's starting to fill out his frame a bit. He's got the real long wingspan, long arms. He's got excellent balance. He's starting to add to his shooting range as well. I think he's going to be a really good big man for this league. A decade or more if he can stay healthy. And not much resistance on that jam.
Yeah, defensively, you're right. Not a great sequence.
Well, they lost track of him, and they paid the price.
Henry kicks to Aminu. How's that for an answer? With the dunk.
A little added hang time right there.
Yeah, letting himself down easy, it looks like.
Soft landing.
Yeah, a little better for the knees, so I don't blame him.
Roten, the pass to Pittman. And he converts the layup. Pittman's got 4 this quarter.
3 straight buckets in the paint. They're making it look effortless.
Well, speaking of effortless, we'd like to see a little more out of the defense. So how about trying, guys?
Here is Bayless. A 24-point outing in their last game against New York. Here's Roten. You know what? And New Orleans will go the other way with it. And the Hornets making a change here. Gordon's checked in. The Grizzlies also making a change. Randolph is checked in. Here's Henry. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Henry's got 9.
He is really having a good quarter. A strong quarter. An efficient quarter. Doing a lot of positive things out there.
Feeds it to Pondexter. Right side Randolph. Over Thomas. And Zach Randolph, the bucket on the assist by Pondexter. 6 points for Zach Randolph.
Sometimes folks forget about his decent mid-range jumper. He can knock those down all game given the chance.
Out of bounds. Hornets ball as New Orleans keeps possession. Well, small forwards that can rebound the ball, such an asset to any team in the NBA. With now a look at the top rebounding wingmen. Take a look at Aminu. 3rd in rebounding, and what a physical presence inside.
Yeah, maybe they're not the biggest or strongest players in the front court, but that hasn't limited their ability to get in there, mix it up, and come up with a lot of rebounds night in and night out.
Yeah, you mentioned their lack of size and strength compared to the post players around the NBA, but I've always found that the best rebounders usually aren't the biggest guys. They're the most tenacious, and they have excellent timing and the ability to get off their feet multiple times quicker than their opponent.
The Hornets trail by 3. There's a good screen. And blocked.
A tight game here, and neither team has been able to gain an upper hand on the backboard.
Well, both teams really getting after it inside. It's been an interesting battle.
The Hornets have gone 8 of 15 since we began the second quarter. Excellent shooting. The Hornets have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Anderson comes in for Robin Lopez. And Miller's subbed in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And Memphis also making a switch. Gasol's checked in.
That lead should be safe if they keep shooting like this.
Well, they're on fire. I mean, they're absolutely on target and looking to pad that scoring total, too.
Henry misses.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in space like that.
Davis is checked in for Thomas. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Conley kicks to Randolph. Now the pass to Pondexter. Some nice passing there by Memphis. They're whistled for a blocking foul, and he'll head to the line.
I think they've lost their aggressiveness a little bit. They're not getting fouled and going to the line.
Well, you know, that's an excellent point you make there, Steve, but we got to be careful not to nitpick here. I mean, they do still have the lead, and that's an advantage they'd be wise to continue to press forward on.
And the Hornets with possession here. Sent out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
Yeah, guys, I think he feels like he can make a few improvements during this timeout. Just kind of make a couple of adjustments, get his club back on track.
You know, coaches are always tweaking and tinkering with things mid-game. Actually, sometimes they overdo it.
Outside Conley. Pondexter kicks to Randolph. Randolph's got 8 here in the quarter.
Well, another hoop there. They're playing well.
Looking to add to this cushion, and that's just what they've done, I think.
And the first half is now in the books.
First half.
Grizzlies out in front.
Your Hornets, 42. The Grizzlies, 15.
And now the third quarter about to get going.
Been fun to watch Zach Randolph in this one. 10 points and 1 assist.
Ryan Anderson out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's Miller. Then it's Xavier Henry. That's the Hornets 5. Randolph dishes to Gasol. And Strong with the one-handed jam.
Put that ball up there and banged it home. Man, that was nice.
Little Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, that was strong.
Simple, direct, and effective.
Henry with it. Conley picks him up. Here's Anderson. Grizzlies with the rebound.
That rebound pushes their margin to +5 on the board. Solid job on the glass.
Well, it's just part of what they've done here to build this big lead. It shouldn't be overlooked. I mean, rebounding is a huge part of this game.
Henry. Miller. Here's Roberts. Drains the three-pointer. He's got 5.
You want to take that shot every time. He has that much room to get it off.
Label pass to Pondexter. Goes right up. And Gasol with the dunk.
Boy, just battled through that initial impact and somehow willed it in.
Excellent concentration. That's what you like to see.
You know, it's amazing. You think about the name Gasol, you think of Powell, but Mark is the one who made the All-Star game a year ago, not Powell. So he's become an excellent player in his own right. Great passer off the high post. He's got the strength to go down to the low block and beat you up down there, and he rebounds the ball extremely well.
He just takes up a lot of space with the screens he sets in his body. I mean, the way he gets into people out and inside the key, it just takes a toll on players he's going up against.
Allen kicks to Pondexter. Here's Randolph. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Randolph's got 12.
His team has to tighten up inside. Way too many easy hoops in the lane.
Yep, that's 5 straight buckets they've given up from the key now, and it's hurting them.
They can do no wrong offensively.
Everything's dropping, guys, and that confidence, it gets infectious and contagious.
Shot to stop the run. And the running layup is good. Miller's got his first 2 points of the night.
Been a little too easy for them inside, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think so, Steve. I mean, they've really dictated the action in the paint. That's been their focus, and the defense hasn't mounted much resistance at all.
A nice shot by Gasol.
And you can see the strategy has been to take the ball inside here.
That's where you get high percentage looks and draw fouls. It's a good way to play.
New Orleans making some changes here. It was Amundsen who's checked in for Miller. And it's Vasquez in for Xavier Henry.
Perfect inbounds play there. You couldn't have drawn it up any better.
Passes it to Allen. Gasol, a screen on Gordon. Allen. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
Good sets, good offensive sets are built on solid screens, and that was an example of how you don't want to set a pick. Went for the two-hand throw down there, and he did safety and power.
That's how you do it. Yeah. No, nothing fancy, but he finished with force.
Some changes for Memphis. Ed Davis is checked in for Randolph. Jared Bayless subbed in for Mike Conley. And it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Pittman's checked in, and Tayshaun Prince subbed in for Quincy Pondexter.
And the defense has to pick it up a little bit here. They're getting bullied inside, guys.
Yeah, they just have not competed well enough. I mean, they've not fought. You want to see fight and aggressive.
And the foul on Tayshaun Prince. That'll be his second foul of the game. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now. Here in the third. And the Grizzlies leading by 11.
Well, the reason Anthony Davis was the consensus #1 pick was you just don't find big men with his length, athleticism, and energy very often. So good defensively with his shot blocking, with his range, and then offensively he has the chance to be special as well. He could be a franchise type player in this league.
Their three-point percentage is terrific here in the second half. It could be a big factor if they stay this high.
Yeah, they're going to have a chance to get back into this game if they can continue to shoot the ball like this.
Hornets have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Going back to Anthony Davis for just a second here, Clark. The other thing here about him, aside from his obvious talent on the floor, is that off the floor, he is just a great person.
Yeah, he's a terrific teammate because he only cares about winning and he's not worried about his numbers or stats. He's really the type of young man who can not only produce in a winning way, but can help you lead in a winning way, too.
Chipped away. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hornets will retain possession.
How about a look at some of the numbers for Robin Lopez? How this year has shaped up for him. 13th in field goal percentage. And he's also blocked enough shots to put him in the top 15 in that important defensive category.
You know, talking again about his field goal percentage, Steve, I mean, that's really been a strong suit for him, an area of strength in his game. He's basically been efficiently and reliably scoring.
And Bayless kicks the Prince. Davis dishes to Allen. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Pittman. And he makes good on the layup. Pittman's got his third basket of the night right there.
Yeah, we're now starting to see them get some high percentage shots in the paint.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 buckets inside the lane, so they're getting really high percentage looks down there.
Ryan Anderson. New Orleans making some changes here. Thomas comes in for Davis, and it's Anderson for Lou Robinson.
This is a nice lead they've built. Very good job controlling the glass this game.
You've got to be pleased as a coach to see how your team has boxed out. Very fundamentally sound basketball.
Here's Robinson. He's checked in for New Orleans. Michael Conley. He's checked in for Memphis. That is good.
Man, offensive execution has been the story here. Just playing beautiful basketball.
And guys, you can see it in their advantage in field goal percentage. I mean, you get high-quality shots, you're usually going to shoot well. They're playing outstanding basketball.
And Anderson gets it to go. Anderson's got his first points of the night.
Boy, he just battled through that initial impact and somehow willed it in.
Excellent concentration. That's what you like to see.
Xavier Henry, he's checked in for Vasquez. Now a timeout called by Memphis. Grizzlies making a switch here. Gasol's checked in. Here now a very select group of players in the NBA. Big men who can step away from the bucket and hit the three. And you look at Anderson. Dangerous player from three-point line. A great talent with a great release.
It's amazing these days. There's just so many good outside shooting big men. That didn't used to be the case in the NBA, but now the floor is spread all over the place because you've got so many big-time shooters at that 4 and 5 spot.
Yeah, you make a good point there, Steve. Big guys shooting the ball well. It's part and parcel of the game now. You go back a generation, there were only a fraction of big men who can knock down outside shots like we're seeing tonight.
They get the rebound. He gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
What a solid outing for Prince. He has 9 points and 4 assists.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Well, he's been an 80% free throw shooter on the season. I mean, he's shot the ball with confidence from the stripe.
You know, there's been some improvement in his free throw shooting this year. His percentage has taken a little jump compared to last season.
Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for the Hornets.
Boy, nice pick there, guys. I mean, gave him the space he needed for the hoop.
Allen passes to Prince. Hammers it home.
I like that one-handed spike right there.
Yeah, that's how it's done.
Yes, sirree.
Yeah, he's not going to miss many of those.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Outside Gordon. Takes a three. And another three for New Orleans.
Well, there's not a whole lot you can do when the team gets this hot from three-point line.
All you can really do is hope that they cool off. I mean, the way it's going for them in the second half here, I don't see any sign of that happening.
And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch.
71.
The Hornets trail by 8. On the court for Memphis to start the 4th. Mike Conley and Tony Allen in the backcourt. Randolph and Gasol are down low. And it's Pondexter in at the 3, the small forward. Gordon for 3. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. And the Hornets making a change here. Lopez is checked in. Jared Bayless is checked in for Memphis. Allen a screen on Gordon. And Bayless kicks to Pondexter. Into Marcus Hall. Lopez with the steal. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Tries again. Shot, no good. Some solid defense from Randolph.
Really strong performance by them so far in the glass.
You know, the lead they have in the rebounding category is also part of the reason they're on top on the scoreboard as well.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it.
Such a careless pass. You got to keep your head in the game here.
Davis is checked in for Thomas. Bayless dishes to Randolph. Straight up. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. He's off on the first. Houghton's checked in for the Grizzlies. And he's good on the second. The Hornets trail by 9. Henry with it. Jack Randolph covering. Good on the shot.
Unbelievable display of offense here today.
Well, it seems like every shot that goes up finds its way to the hoop. I mean, every player is sharp and on target.
Roten, the pass to Gasol. Over Aminu. An offensive rebound. Here's Roten using his post move to get the 2 points. And the Grizzlies lead by 9.
That's exactly what they had in mind on that possession.
Here's Henry from outside off the mark.
Now remember, he did make a three-pointer in the first half, so
Now we're cooking with gas, partner. My goodness.
A breathtaking display of aerial supremacy. No doubt.
it's almost unfair, guys. I mean, when you can get up that high, that's crazy.
And the Grizzlies leading by 9. The dish to Randolph. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Well, one of the rule changes that the league has implemented recently, you see those pump fakes where the defender jumps in the air and then the offensive player jumps into him and heaves the ball at the basket. That's not supposed to be a shooting foul anymore.
Roger Mason has checked in for the Hornets. Anderson comes in for Eric Gordon. And the Grizzlies also with the sub. Davis is checked in for Zach Randolph. Pushes up. And there's Marc Gasol on the assist by Davis. 17 points for Marc Gasol. Going back to that game the Buck just talked about, Steve, on that play, it's only supposed to be a foul if the player has started the shooting motion at the time of contact.
Yeah, and I actually haven't seen a huge change in the way the game is shifted in that regard, but I do like the fact that the officials have the leeway to not reward a guy for making kind of a really awkward play that really isn't that related to the game of basketball.
The Hornets making a switch here. Amundsen's checked in. Took him no time at all on that one. And the Grizzlies leading by 8. He feeds it today. Inside. And that one's good by Davis.
They're taking it to the hoop strong now, getting a lot of points in the paint.
And Steve, I love it. I mean, I like to see guys attacking the rim and taking it to the paint. It's fun basketball to watch. It's not for the faint of heart, though. You got to be a man to go in there strong. I think he's done his part to try to keep him in this game. It's been a solid effort from him, guys.
Bowden kicks to Bayless. Again, Memphis.
That jump shot's like a layup for him when the defense backs off like that.
The Hornets trail by 10. Deflected. And now the Grizzlies. Fast break. He dishes it to Roten. Day dishes to Davis. Dunked hard with one hand.
That's decent defensive work, but it's going to take a little more than that, Kevin. They got to raise their bar.
Well, Clark, he knew exactly how to attack.
Yeah, he sure did. He knew exactly what he wanted to do there.
What a phenomenal dunk, though. I mean, in the end, he just made the play and took off.
Well, they've built a big lead here so far, and a lot of it has to do with how well they've been rebounding.
Yeah, every time they make a stop, they're securing the rebound, and that's really allowed them to get out to this lead.
Kept alive. Davis kicks to Mason. Drops in the tray. Mason's got 6 points in the quarter.
That's a defensive let-up right there. I mean, they've got to close down on him quicker when he's in three-point range.
Eric Gordon, he's checked in for New Orleans. And the Grizzlies also with the sub. Tayshaun Prince is checked in for Day. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hi, Kevin. I was able to hear the advice Lionel Hollins gave to his team during that last break. He said to them, the lead we've got now is nice, but I want to make it even nicer. This is when we put the hammer down. It doesn't look like he's ready to back off just yet, guys.
Louis Amundsen is going to pick up a foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Robin Lopez is checked in for New Orleans. Thomas comes in for Davis. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Randolph comes in for Ed Davis. And it's Conley in for Jared Bayless. Kicks it out to Gordon. Launches it. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Prince has got his 3rd rebound tonight. And it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Gasol's checked in. Conley the pass to Prince. Into Zach Randolph. And the layup fall. And the Grizzlies lead by 15.
Boy, he's been good offensively tonight. I really like what I've seen.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it.
I'll tell you what, wandering aimlessly out of bounds like that might earn him a ticket to the bench.
The Grizzlies shooting a scorching 68% in the game. Roten dishes to Prince. Goes up, and that one's good. Prince has got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Boy, has he picked it up in the second half. He's on fire.
1:36 left to play here in the 4th. Here's Henry. No place jumper from the free throw line.
And right now, he can do no wrong. Everything's working for him this quarter.
Dishes it to Gasol. Pass to Prince. Back to Gasol. Stolen by Thomas. Goes up. Oh!
Are you kidding me? Power punch right there. He's definitely showing some real sweet dunking skills here.
Are you kidding me? Oh, my God. What a point.
Yeah, that was spectacular.
Conley off the pick from Gasol. And it's Roten finishing it up.
Nice offensive play there, and this one's pretty much in the books, guys.
Yeah, I agree. You know what? Very good showing from them to come away with the win. I was very impressed.
Tony Allen's checked in for Roten. And the Grizzlies leading by 15. And that one's good.
Doesn't look like they're going to take it easy on them down the stretch.
It certainly doesn't look like it. I mean, they're still aggressively attacking the basket and putting up points. Big lead on the boards usually equals a big lead in the game. This team is on cruise control.
Well, the rebounding differential is double digits already, so this is a team that just looks bigger and tougher than the opponent. Not much drama left in this one, guys.
No, it hasn't quite exactly been a nail-biter. I mean, it's going to be a great win for them.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Henry kicks to Thomas. No good. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Gasol. Buries it down low. And the Grizzlies lead by 21.
That shooting percentage is off the charts, guys. He's really hitting his shots today.
Time call here. The Hornets decide to talk it over. Guys, what do you think?
Well, talk all they want, but I just don't see a way for them to get back into the game here.
You know what? I don't know if there's a 10-point play out there. And that being the case, this one is finished. Over.
The Grizzlies shooting 70% from the floor. Truly incredible work from this offense tonight. And he commits the intentional foul.
Too little, too late. They may as well just let the clock run and save their energy for another day.
Absolutely, Clark. You know sometimes the frustration can show in a game like this, and I think that's what we're seeing right here.
Here is Mason. Here's Henry. High post shot. No good.
Well, as far as jump shots go, that's as high percentage as it gets.
I'm not sure how that didn't go down.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan Player of the Game, Marc Gasol.
Oh my God. Big rapper shit.